Hello friends, I welcome you all to this online session of BA3 Compulsory English. In the last session, we have completed another module that was prescribed to us. And in this module, let us begin with Leo Tolstoy's three questions. Uh, in the last session, we have completed a short story that is The Lighthouse Keeper of Aspin Wall. And I think we have discussed it in detail. The difficult vocabulary items were very limited one, as it is written in a very descriptive simple English, so it did not require much analysis. So in this session, let us begin with Leo Tolstoy's three questions. This is in fact module number 6 part B. This is also a reading comprehension unit, and therefore we are supposed to read it first and then uh, understand it. So this is in fact, though it is written in the form of a folk tale of a king, it is a very philosophical kind of short story. Before, as I told you when we were discussing about the Lighthouse Keeper of Aspinwall, we also discussed the author of this short story. Similarly, while discussing this short story by Leo Tolstoy, it is necessary to discuss about Leo Tolstoy, because Leo Tolstoy is an author who is known as one of the most significant author of all times, because he is not only representing his own time, or he is not restricted himself or his philosophy, his writing to a specific time, but he has extended a vision that represent a humanity of all times. He is writing very philosophically, especially his novels. If you read Leo Tolstoy, War and Peace is a very significant or very important novel, very popular, read by many from the world, and even it is translated into many languages. Even in Marathi, it is translated. In Hindi, it is translated. So Leo Tolstoy is a author who is in fact a author of all the time, because his literature is not representing his own period, but he is representing the period, or he is representing a philosophy, reflecting a philosophy that is in fact a predicament. It is in fact a present of a mankind. So let's read about Leo Tolstoy first and then try understand his short story, that is three questions. So see, this Count Lev Nikolai Tolstoy. So this is a Russian name. Nikolaevsky. Nikolaevsky is Lev's father's name. There is a different kind of system in Russia, in Russian language. Nikolaevsky. Vasky means cha kiwa chi. Nikolovsky. Nikolovsky's Lev. So this is a very significant one. It suggests the affiliation to the father and family. So this Lev Nikolovsky Tolstoy, 9 September 1828, and died on 20th November 1910. So you can understand the period. Generally, this period is also known as a period of Victorian age when we think about English literature. But as we were reading it in a Russian perspective, in a Russian point of view, we were not calling it as a Victorian period. This is the period you can see in Russia. Most of the people were writing. This is the period in which Russia becomes one of the superpowers, or it started to become a superpower in this particular phase. Industrial revolution and many things were introduced in this period. So usually this Leo Tolstoy, usually referred in English as a Leo Tolstoy instead of Lev Nikolavsky Tolstoy. It is Lev Tolstoy, who was a Russian writer who is regarded as one of the greatest authors of all time. So he is known as greatest authors of all time because it appealed. Many times we came across a literature, short story, poem, or a novel that extended its circumferences, or it's extended its exploration throughout the time. And as a result of that, it appealed to the people who were living in future, or if we were living in past. So this is the author and his literature who stand for all time. He received nominations for the Nobel Prize in Literature every year from 1902 to 1906. So you can understand his popularity, you can understand uh, what kind of writer he was. So Nobel Prize in Literature is in fact a very prestigious award that every literary person dreams for it. So this Leo Tolstoy received a nomination continuously from 1902 to 1906. So, and from the Nobel Prize he won 1901, 1902, and 1909. So this is what you can see. Three Nobel Prize for literature he has won, and this is in fact a very significant credit to him. A significant, you can see, is the marker suggest his the caliber of the Leo Tolstoy. So that, and it is also noted here that he never won is a major controversy. So this is what you can see is the importance of lit author. May it why I am telling you all these things, because you can understand that when we were judging a literary personality or when we were judging an author, we always judge him or her with the critical reception he received for his literature. So you can understand that a person who is receiving a nomination for Nobel Prize for Literature from 1902 to 1906 received a three Nobel Prize in his lifetime, and the Nobel Prize that he did not won is also a major controversy. Most of the people think that that was the Nobel Prize was for Leo Tolstoy only. So this is what you can see we should consider, and therefore this text, the story that we are supposed to read, is a very significant story, highly philosophical one, and written by such an influential literary personality. So born to an aristocratic Russian family in 1828, Tolstoy is best known for the novels War and Peace and Anna Karenina. So you can understand War and Peace is also a very important literary work written by this Leo Tolstoy. In it, he mixed up with chapters on history and philosophy by the Russian. So this is mixture of a chapters on history and philosophy, and it was first published in 1869. So it is regarded as one of Tolstoy's finest literary achievements and remains an internationally praised classic of world literature. So of course, yes, War and Peace. Till today, you can see there are several universities and institutes of higher education who were prescribing this text for graduation or undergraduate courses. Then Anna Karenina. Anna Karenina is also known as or praised as a classic of the world literature. I think it is also prescribed to MA English of Shivaji University, Kolhapur. So you can understand that novel written in 1869, novel written in 1878 was still prescribed in the for the degree courses in the prestigious institutions. So you can understand that therefore this author or his literary enterprise is known as literature or the author of all the time. So Anna Karenina is a novel written in which many writers consider it the greatest work of literature ever written. And Tolstoy himself called it his first true novel. So you can understand the Anna Karenina is also very famous novel. I think one film is also based on this Anna Karenina with the same title. So if it is possible for you, you can browse it on a YouTube and watch it. So this War and Peace and Anna Karenina often cited as a pinnacle of realistic fiction. Of course, yes. What he is doing, he is not an author of imagination. As we see when we are discussing about English literature, you can see that in Victorian period, we found that they were not moving towards the imagination. They were not moving toward the faith, but they were moving toward the reason. They were moving toward the reality. they were moving towards the individual instead of ideals. So this is what, and as a result of that, what they were doing, they were depicting the reality of a common man. Similar kind of literary tendency we can observe in Leo Tolstoy's literature, who is also try to reflect, try to represent uh, the novel, try to represent a life or predicament of a common man. So this is what realistic fiction, that is the pinnacle of his writing. So he first achieved literary acclaim in his 20s with his semi-autobiographical trilogy, that is Childhood, Boyhood and Youth, published substantially in 1852 to 1856. So he received this critical recognition at a very early age. And Sevastopol sketches, that is written in 1855, based on his experiences in Crimean War. So Victorian period, as we known as Victorian period, is a period of a peace, but at the same time only one war is fought in during this period, that is the Crimean War. And it is a conflict uh, fought from so this is war was a military conflict fought from October 1853 to February 1856, in which Russia lost to an alliance made up of France and Ottoman Empire, the United Kingdom and Sardinia. So this is what we can see, the significant war fought during 1853 to 1856. So his fiction includes dozens of short stories and several novellas, such as The Death of Ivan Ilyich, Family Happiness, After the Ball, Haji Murd. He also wrote plays and numerous philosophical essays. You can understand that Leo Tolstoy is a prolific author. He is penning essays, he is penning short stories, he is penning novels, he is also penning the plays. So this is what a very prolific writer of his time, who published several books of his short stories, novellas, novels, essays, philosophical texts that uh, imprint influence on upcoming generations, not only of in Russian heritage but of world heritage. So in 1870s, Tolstoy experienced a moral crisis, followed by what he regarded as the equally profound spiritual awakening as outlined in his non-fiction A Confession, 1882. His literal interpretation of the ethical teachings of Jesus centered on sermons on the mount. So this book is also very important. A confession is also very important. I think it is also prescribed to some of the universities in India and abroad, caused him to become a fervent Christian anarchist and pacifist. So this is what I'm not going into the detail of all these things because we are not much uh, related with all these things. So his ideas of non-violence, resistance expressed in such works as "The Kingdom of God is within you." So this is what you can understand, that what in Indian philosophy you can say this is the main point, or this is the uh, understanding, this is the perception of an enlightenment. If you see that there is one very important slok, Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi means I am a Brahma. Brahma means a power, a divine power. So divine power is within me. So this is also uh, Leo Tolstoy is writing in the kingdom of God is within you. So this is what is published in 1894. Had a profound impact on such a pivotal 20th century figure as Mahatma Gandhi. So he also left a profound impact on Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. So his text is highly philosophical. It is not only meant for the entertainment, but it is meant to teach something. It is meant to hold a mirror towards you. So when you read the text, even when we are reading this Leo Tolstoy's three questions, you can see it is a kind of introspection. We were evaluating ourselves. These three questions are the questions, in fact, we were always asked to ourselves. And Leo Tolstoy try to give the answers of these questions, because these questions are in fact remain unanswered in our real life. So he wants to, and for that purpose he has structured a very interesting or entertaining fictional structure of a short story. So this is what is important. So Martin Luther King Jr. and Mahatma Gandhi were under the influence of this Leo Tolstoy. He also became a dedicated advocate of a Georgism, the economic philosophy of Henry George, which he incorporated into his writing, particularly Resurrection in 1899. So this is what the life of Leo Tolstoy. We were not much related with all these things, but we should understand that uh, who is Leo Tolstoy and whose text we were reading. We should understand the contextual context of this short story, because without understanding the context, we cannot understand the meaning of the text. So if we want to understand the meaning of text, we should understand it in its context. So in context of the short story is very simple one. It is embedded in a philosophy. We are supposed to read the philosophy of Leo Tolstoy. We are supposed to understand his motivations. We are supposed to understand his inspirations. And after understanding his motivation and inspirations, then only it is possible for us to understand the short story, that is three questions. The next thing that you should understand while reading this short story is that short story, though it is a short story, it gives you a chance to introspect. It gives you a chance to answer these three questions and suggest you the appropriate answers. So you should read this story not only as a text prescribed to you for BA Part 3, and you are supposed to answer the questions, especially the multiple choice questions in the examinations, but you should understand it to understand the philosophy of Leo Tolstoy. And if you understand the philosophy of Leo Tolstoy and adapt it in your real life, you can see this story may appear as an inspirational point in your life. So this is the story. This is the Leo Tolstoy, and we are supposed to read three questions. Uh, this is the title of the story. So see what are the three questions. So all this story moves around these three questions. In fact, these three questions are highly philosophical. They are not simple questions. The first question is that what was the right time for every action? So if you want to get a success, you should think about right time to start. So the first question is asked by the character is what was the right time for every action? If we start a work on a right time, we automatically achieve the success. So this is what the first question. Second question is posed or is asked by the character is who were the most necessary people? So this is also the important thing. In our life, we generally see or generally observe that company or the peer group is also very important in our life. So, whether we listen, whose under whose influence we are, also influences our life, also influences our decision of life. So this is also very important if you want to get a success. Whose advice you should take. So this is what the important thing. So the first thing is that when to start, whose advice should be taken while uh, taking action or starting the new work. And third, the most important question is that what was the most important thing to do? So first is about time, second is about advice, and third is about what should be done. What is the important thing to do? So these are the three questions asked by the character, and we are supposed to answer these three questions. In fact, these three questions were the universal questions. Every mankind, every individual try to answer this question or try to find the answer of this question. And many times we remain unanswered. So Leo Tolstoy tried to give answers to these three questions in his short story, Three Questions. So we will stop here and continue the same in the next session. Thank you for listening.